Hey guys, Julia here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to drive traffic to your Shopify store. Driving traffic is how you are going to get sales, so I'm going to share with you beginner-friendly strategies that are also very powerful. And if you haven't signed up for Shopify yet, I'm going to leave the best current deal for getting started linked in the description. Right now it's at $1 for your first 3 months. So whenever you're ready, you can find the link below and create your account. Now let's get started. First of all, let's talk about targeted traffic because that is our main goal. So targeted traffic basically means getting your specific target audience to visit your store. Not just random users, but users who are actually interested in your products. So to give you an example, if you're selling kitchen products, your target audience is people who actually spend time cooking. Now, depending on the branding and the style of your store, you can narrow this down even further. So first, to understand very clearly who your target audience is, you want to ask yourself the following questions. Am I selling to men, women, or both? What age group is interested in my products? Is it people below 18 years old or maybe above 30? What is the type of lifestyle that my customers have? What other things are they interested in? And very importantly, where are they located? Am I targeting customers in the US, maybe Australia, Europe, or multiple countries? Asking yourself these questions will help you understand exactly who your target audience is. So take notes as you answer these because this information will be very useful later. The better you understand your audience, the more control you have over making the right decisions for your store. Once you have that understanding, before driving traffic, you also want to make sure that your online store is completely ready, free of mistakes, looking professional, and that your product pages are optimized. That is the first checkpoint. Otherwise, if you drive traffic to a store that isn't looking professional, the traffic is not going to turn into sales. So it's very important to do this first. If you need some help optimizing your store, I've created a full online course walking you step by step through the process. I will be talking more about this at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. And for a lot of you, optimizing your store is exactly what's needed. We'll talk more about this at the end of the video. And once your store is optimized, here are 5 ways to drive traffic to your Shopify store. The first strategy is influencer marketing. And here's why this is a strong strategy. Number 1, you don't need to build an audience yourself. Number 2, it can be very budget friendly. Number 3, it can work very fast. And number 4, it comes with trust and authority from the get-go, so it's usually very effective. Alright, so what is influencer marketing all about? This is basically when you, the store owner, pay someone on social media to show your products to their followers. So you would find a creator who has your audience as their followers and work out a deal so that they show your products. This drives very fast traffic to your store because you're getting your products in front of an audience that's already built. They already have your target customers following them, and they've already done the hard work of creating content and building trust with their audience. So all you have to do is find the right creators that want to show your products. Now, doing this manually can be a lot of work as you have a lot of things to track. First, you would have to find influencers on social media that are a match for your brand, and manually, this can take hours of browsing. You'd also have to mail influencers, which is not always straightforward. You'd have to make a list of everyone you're reaching out to, keep track of all the budgets, the discount codes, the follow-up messages, sending sample products, etc. So all of this can add up very quickly if you're reaching out to many accounts. So to make influencer marketing easier to manage, what you can do instead is use a platform called MODASH, which I'm going to leave linked here below. So MODASH is basically an end-to-end influencer marketing platform made specifically for Shopify stores. And it helps you find and get in touch with influencers way more easily. You can filter by niche, audience insights, location, and interest, so you can get hyper-specific with who you want to target. And for your influencers, you can also set up discount codes and affiliate links directly inside the platform and reach out to influencers from here. Now, MODASH actually also syncs with your Shopify store automatically, so you can also ship products to creators right from their dashboards and track everything from here, all the clicks, sales, and impressions. So this can be a really powerful strategy for driving traffic, especially if you don't have a budget for ads. If you want to try MODASH, I'll leave it linked down below. Now let's talk about a method that's completely free and something I recommend doing no matter your budget. I also recommend doing this in addition to all other strategies, as this will be a part of your long-term success. And what I'm talking about is content marketing. This may be the most powerful thing you can invest your time on. So first of all, what is content marketing? This is about growing your social media accounts on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook by posting content on a regular basis. The content can be videos, images, carousels, stories, basically everything that you look at on social media that engages an audience. And yes, it can take time to create content, but this is one of the smartest things that you can spend your time on. When it's done right, it simply works. Now here's why it's so effective. When you have a strong following on social media, you have something called brand authority. In other words, you have the trust of your audience, and this is very important for your conversion rates. Now, if one of your videos goes even a little bit viral, it could be seen by thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. And if you're smart about your call to actions, that is traffic you can drive straight to your Shopify store. You don't necessarily have to spend any money on this. All you have to do is dedicate your creativity. Now, there are many ways to do this. You can also use AI to help you, and there are so many content strategies you could explore. This will be a little bit different for everyone, depending on their audience, what kind of style they're going for, and what content matches their brand. But whatever style you choose, content marketing is very powerful. So if you have no idea where to start, first, I recommend having a look at some of your biggest competitors. Take notes on what they're doing on social media, get ideas, break down their formulas, and then you can start creating photos, videos. You can try different content formats and see what resonates with your audience. You might also want to create UGC, which stands for user-generated content. These kind of videos usually feel very organic, and they can be a powerful way to drive traffic and get sales. And just a moment ago, we were talking about influencer marketing. UGC is usually what they're doing when you pay them to show your products, except they're posting it on their accounts. Now, when it comes to content marketing and growing your own social media accounts, you could also consider posting those videos in your own social media accounts. That way, they're going to nurture and build your audience as well. Now, if you need some help creating UGC-style content, I do have another tutorial for that. In that video, we are using AI. I'm going to leave it linked below. Or if you do have a budget to hire humans and prefer that route, you could also try platforms like BILLO to hire creators. I'll leave it linked below as well. And of course, if you're feeling creative and comfortable with getting on camera, you could also create these videos by yourself. It might take a little bit more time and practice, but it's the most profitable route. Alright, now the next strategy we're covering is also absolutely essential, and it's going to be useful for different stages of growing your store. And the strategy is email marketing. We're going to use it to drive returning traffic to the store. And that's useful for two different reasons. Number one, it's a way to get repeat sales, or in other words, returning customers. And number two, it's a way to encourage customers who have visited the store but haven't bought anything yet. So here's how we're going to do that. Number one, we're going to need an email marketing platform where we can create a pop-up that shares a discount with the customers in exchange for their email address. Number two, once we have their email address, we're going to send automatic emails that drive traffic to the store. So for the entire process, we're going to use a platform called Omnisend. I'm going to leave a link here below. This is a very easy to use email and SMS marketing platform. They have lots of templates we can use to design pop-ups, trigger email automations, and you can set it all up in just a few minutes. So when someone lands in your store, they're going to see this automatic pop-up that offers them a discount. That's how you collect emails. Then, Omnisend has tons of different workflows that you can use to drive returning traffic to your store. This is very often exactly what's needed to trigger more sales. So to give you an example, you could have a workflow optimized for recovering abandoned checkouts. So every time someone adds an item to the cart but doesn't complete their purchase, you can create an automatic email sequence inside Omnisend to try and recover that sale. There are lots of other automations as well. You can even use it to add reviews to your store. And I do have a couple step-by-step tutorials that you can follow to set it up. I'm going to leave everything linked below for you. So email marketing is one of the best strategies for driving returning traffic, and it doesn't cost like running ads to get in front of your customers. So it's a lot more profitable. It's also way more personal because you are showing up inside their inbox, so it's also more direct. Now, as I mentioned, this is something that I recommend you set up either way, whether you are working with other strategies or not. Email marketing is also an essential part of your long-term success, so whenever you're ready to set it up, I'm going to leave all of the Omnisend tutorials linked for you below. Alright, now the next strategy is for those of you who have a budget to work with and are looking for a fast route, and that is running ads. You could run ads on Google, like Google search ads or Google shopping ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, TikTok ads, Snapchat ads, etc. TikTok ads are easier to set up than Meta ads, and TikTok usually has different bonuses or rewards that you can win when you're getting started. So I'm going to leave their best current rewards linked for you below. Just keep in mind that for your ads to work, you need to have really good ad content. This is known as your ad creatives. It can also take a bit of testing until you find something that works, so you have to be willing to spend money on testing. Once you figure out a formula, it can work as a money-making machine in which you put $100 and $1,000 comes out. So at first, you want to try different marketing angles, different videos, different offers, until you find something that drives a good amount of sales. Then from there, you scale and optimize. So if you want to run ads, I'm going to leave a step-by-step TikTok ads tutorial linked for you below. Now, the final strategy is a free way to drive traffic, but it does take more time to work, and that is SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. Now, it usually takes a few months to start seeing results with this, but once you have it, it can drive a serious amount of sales with zero ad spend. So this is a very profitable long-term strategy. All right, so how does SEO work? This is all about adding the right keywords to your product titles, descriptions, alt texts, meta texts, your file names, and your URLs so that Google shows your store when those keywords are searched for. So for example, if you are selling a hairdryer, SEO is what helps your store show up as one of the first results when hairdryer is searched for. And depending on what you're selling, you could also create a blog in your Shopify store, which can help with your SEO ranking as well. And I definitely recommend working on SEO either way, whether it's your main traffic strategy or a complementary one, because it's free and it can play a big role in your long-term success. So I'm going to leave some extra help on this down below. All right, now here's a quick summary. Number 1, to drive traffic to your store and get sales, first, make sure your store is optimized. Then, understand exactly who you want to sell to, so get very clear on your target audience. Next, start driving traffic to your store with the strategies that we've covered in this video. And finally, keep an eye on your data and see where you can make changes. And it's also important to keep a positive mindset through the growth process. And just remember that even the largest online stores out there started out exactly where you are. So stay positive because your dreams are possible. Now, to make sure that your traffic is successfully driving sales, you have to make sure your online store is optimized first. You don't want to waste money on traffic when your store is not optimized. For this to be successful, your store needs to be impressive and ready to turn visitors into customers. So I've put together this entire online course where I show you how to optimize your store step by step. It's got 7 modules and 45 easy-to-follow episodes, so you can turn your online store into a highly professional success. I definitely recommend going through this, as I know this is exactly what a lot of you are stuck on. And most of you are also not even aware of this. Driving traffic to a store that is not feeling professional is simply a waste of marketing money. So this course is designed to completely transform that so that you stop wasting money and actually begin seeing results. So if you're ready to get more sales, this course is going to be linked down below. And if by any chance you haven't signed up for Shopify yet, I'm also going to leave the best current deal for getting started linked in the description. Right now it's at $1 for your first 3 months. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. It'll be super appreciated. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.